There is a belief that almost every Toyota hybrid owner holds without ever questioning it. When your car is parked, nothing is happening. The engine is silent, the lights are off, and the vehicle is resting peacefully in your driveway. So parking must be completely harmless, right? Well, not exactly. While your Toyota is one of the most reliable machines on the road, leaving it parked for long stretches can quietly create a problem that catches many owners by surprise. And here is the twist. This issue has nothing to do with the powerful battery you probably worry about most. It comes from something far smaller, far cheaper, and far easier to protect. In the next few minutes, I want to show you what happens inside your hybrid while it sits, why long parking can drain a battery you rarely think about, and one simple habit that saves you from an inconvenient morning and an unexpected repair bill. Most owners miss this completely, but first we need to clear up a very common source of confusion, because your Toyota hybrid actually carries two very different batteries. The first is the large high-voltage hybrid battery. This is the powerful pack that works with the electric motor and helps the gasoline engine save fuel. It is built to last, often well beyond 100,000 miles. And here's the key point. It is not the one that usually causes trouble when your car sits. The real troublemaker is the second battery, the small 12-volt auxiliary battery. This modest unit does not move the car at all. Instead, it wakes up the computers, powers the door locks, runs the security system, and lets the vehicle boot up when you press the power button. So when a parked hybrid refuses to start, the culprit is almost always this little 12-volt battery, not the expensive hybrid pack. Now here's the surprising part. Your Toyota is never actually completely off. Most people picture a parked car as a lifeless object waiting for the next drive. In reality, your hybrid is only sleeping with one eye open. The security system never really rests. Neither does the smart key receiver, which keeps listening for your key fob the moment you approach. Even several onboard computers stay partly awake so the car can respond the instant you return. And all of that quiet activity runs on one thing: that small 12-volt battery. Individually, these draws are tiny, almost nothing, but they never stop. Your car is always sipping a little energy, day and night, whether you are there or not, and that invisible draw is exactly where the trouble slowly begins. So why does this quiet draw become a real problem? It comes down to simple math working against you. That small background drain, often called parasitic draw, is harmless for a day or two. One day doesn't matter. 20 days absolutely can. Leave the car untouched for 2 or 3 weeks, and those tiny sips add up until the 12-volt battery is dangerously low. Temperature only makes it worse. Cold weather robs a battery of part of its power, while extreme heat speeds up the wear inside the cell. And here is a twist that surprises people. Short trips can actually make things worse, not better. When you drive only a few minutes at a time, the car never runs long enough to replace the energy it used to start up. Combine frequent short hops with long stretches of parking, and you get a battery that fades far sooner than it should. Here's the good news. Protecting both batteries is easier than you think, and it starts with one simple habit. Drive your Toyota regularly, and when you do, drive it long enough to matter. In many situations, a continuous drive of around 20 to 30 minutes is enough to recharge the 12-volt battery and keep the hybrid pack balanced. Now pay attention, because this is the mistake I see most. There is a big difference between ready mode and accessory mode. When you press the power button and see the word ready on your dashboard, the hybrid system is fully active, and when needed, it will run the engine to keep your batteries charged. Accessory mode is different. That is when you press the button without your foot on the brake, so the radio and screen turn on. But the car is not truly running. In accessory mode, your car drains power without replacing it. So never sit in accessory mode while you wait or listen to music. If you must stay parked but powered, use ready mode instead, because in that state, the vehicle tops up its own batteries automatically. But what if life gets in the way, and you know your Toyota will sit untouched for a long time? The right move depends on how long you plan to be away. 2 weeks is usually fine, though a good drive beforehand is a smart idea. For about a month, connect a battery maintainer, a small device that gently keeps the 12-volt battery topped up without overcharging it. For several months of storage, that maintainer becomes almost essential because the battery will otherwise drain completely and may need a jump. or even a replacement. If your vehicle offers the option, you can also reduce the smart key function to cut down that constant background listening. Park in a garage when possible to shield the car from harsh temperature swings. Keep the tires properly inflated, and leave the fuel tank reasonably full to prevent moisture inside. Now let us talk about warning signs, because your car usually tells you before it leaves you stranded. You just have to know what to listen for. Watch for a slow or hesitant startup, when the dashboard takes longer than usual to wake and the system feels sluggish. Notice if your interior lights look dimmer than normal, or flicker when you open the door. Watch for messages on the dash that mention the 12-volt battery or the hybrid system. A smart key that suddenly struggles to unlock the doors or needs several presses is another red flag. And if you see repeated hybrid system alerts, do not brush them off. Any one of these signs is your car telling you it is time to have that battery tested. Ideally before it fails on a busy morning. Even seasoned owners fall into a few traps, so let us clear them up fast. The first is sitting in accessory mode instead of ready mode, slowly draining the battery while thinking the car is charging. The second is assuming a quick drive around the block recharges everything, when in reality it often leaves the battery a little emptier each time. Then there is ignoring battery age. Even a healthy 12-volt battery usually lasts only 3 to 5 years, so an older one deserves attention. Many owners also leave phone chargers, dash cameras, or other electronics plugged in while parked, adding a drain that never sleeps. And finally, parking outside through brutal heat or deep cold month after month quietly shortens battery life. So let us bring it all together. The idea that a parked car is a perfectly resting car turns out to be only half true. Your Toyota hybrid is remarkably reliable, but that small 12-volt battery is quietly working the entire time your vehicle sits, and long stretches of parking can wear it down when you least expect it. The fix could not be simpler. Drive your car regularly. Give it enough time on the road to recharge. Use ready mode instead of accessory mode, and plan ahead with the maintainer whenever you know it will sit for weeks. None of this takes special tools or expensive service. It is just a small shift in how you think about parking. Toyota hybrids are built to run for many years and many miles, and when you give that little battery a bit of attention, your car rewards you with dependable starts and years of quiet reliability. Because sometimes, the smallest battery in your Toyota is the one that deserves the biggest attention.